Good morning. Our inspiration comes from 1 Peter chapter 2, verse 9 this morning. Out of darkness, you are a chosen race, a royal priesthood, a holy nation, a people of God's own possession, so that you may proclaim the excellencies of him who called you out of darkness into his marvelous light. 1 Peter chapter 2, verse 9. Don't try to hide where you came from, no matter how dark or shameful your past was before you met Christ. There's power in your testimony. When a light is turned on in an already bright room, its effect is barely noticeable. But when even the smallest flicker of light appears in blackness, we are drawn to it. Now, I know that to be true. You can be on a dark street and it's like nothing around that you could see or whatever, and you see this little bitty light, and you're like, oh yeah, that way, that's the way to go. See? But this, I think, is helping me to appreciate the fact that sometimes we all feel like we have nothing to offer or not much to offer, and who are we to talk about God and his excellencies or anything like that because perhaps of our past. Past is not really what matters. It's where you are right now. And that's what we have to try to remember. God's mercies are great. They're vast. I mean, they're beyond what we could even imagine. And yeah, true, a lot of us have done things that have been just like, but God is a forgiver, a loving, a kind, generous God. And he helps us figure the way out, helps us get out of whatever we're in or put ourselves into, because that's always what happens. We put ourselves there. But he helps us to not be ashamed about it. And that's showing love and mercy when someone is not always trying to make you feel bad for what you've done. Or not that you don't realize the importance of it. Of course you do. You lived it. But it's that you don't have to lay in it and just beat yourself daily about it. If you've learned the lesson, you've grown from it, you've moved on, and you've turned your life around, this is what this is talking about. So it's saying, do you have a testimony of being called out of the dark? I think a lot of us do. It may not be as big, as grand as some people's testimonies, but I think we all have a testimony. So, I mean, if it's something that you want to share here, you're more than welcome to. If not, that's fine. But don't dim your light. Don't do that. You're here for a reason. God loves you. He loves us all. It's whether we're going to receive it or not. So don't dim that light. Anyway, what y'all got planned for the weekend? I don't know what I'm going to do yet, but it's cold. And I prefer cold over heat, so that's okay, as long as it's not raining. And I think I'm just going to get out and, well, look probably today and find some nice coffee shops to visit and take y'all along with me this weekend, see what's going on around Texas. They have so many things here to do. It's just that coffee is my thing, so a lot of times I just like to venture to new coffee shops. Not so much new, but new to me. So that's, I think, what I'm going to do. There are a couple of things that people have invited me to do. We'll see how that goes. But anyway, that's probably going to be it for me. And then rest and get ready to do it all over again next week. I know that there's so many things going on as far as this California stuff. My kids lived there for a number of years. They're not there now. I'm grateful for that, but we have so many friends that we consider family. But I do have family, and a part of California is still there, and praying for him and his family daily. Yeah, I forgot that I need to keep this going so that doesn't go out on me. But the thing of it is that the only thing that from here, what we can do is offer up our prayers. And if there are any kind of way that we can offer assistance through an organization that we trust that's going to offer help or support to these areas, then maybe perhaps do that. But make sure you check on your friends and family. I mean, this is a devastating time for them. It's super scary. I mean, I couldn't even imagine when there's a house fire, that's it. It's isolated to that house. It's still very scary and can be deadly. But imagine seeing houses on either side of you just going up in flames and coming towards you. That's scary. Keep those people in prayer, please. Keep them in prayer. Check on your family. Check on your friends. If there's anything, you may be thinking, hey, there's nothing I can do. Hey, just that call to let them know you're concerned, you're worried. Sometimes that's all it takes, and that's all that's needed, to let people know that they matter. That you like to feel appreciated, and that people care about. I have so many people that check on me. My kids are like, I think at one point they used to worry that, Mom, I don't know, you need to get out and do stuff. I do plenty. I do what I like to do. But when they're around me and they see how much that phone rings and how many calls I get, or how many people check up on me or want me to do things, they're like, oh, okay, you're okay. You're okay. You have a good, solid amount of friends around you. And I do. And I really appreciate that. And I show them all the time that I appreciate them. That's something we should work on. Definitely letting people that we let into our lives, let them be in our lives. Let them love on us too. I know a lot of us pour into a lot of people. Let them pour into us as well. But check on that. Make that a goal, too, for the weekend, I guess, is check on people that you may know. See if there's anything that any kind of assistance you can offer. Nothing is too small. A phone call. A phone call could mean the world to somebody. So do that. And I don't know much else going on these YouTube streets or Facebook streets, but let's keep it clean. Let's try to do that. Anyway, I'll talk to y'all soon.